Hey, welcome investors to the 40 Finance channel. My name's Jeff Beers. Today it's time for my July portfolio update. This is in a taxable account over at Ally Invest. And this is basically all the individual stocks that I invest in. I do have a couple other retirement accounts, which are mostly rooted in ETFs, as I've talked about before. But when we're talking about individual stocks on this channel, this is my individual stock account, which is held in a taxable brokerage. Reminder as always that my stock picks and investments, they're just my opinion for your entertainment. Please make sure you do your own research before investing. However, if you do like stock market videos like this, taking a look at my portfolio, doing stock market analysis, all things like that, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like. Thank you to everybody for your support. All right, one quick thing to make note of this year is just any realized sales or losses. And I did have a couple this year that I got out of. Right now, my net realized gains losses for things that I've actually sold is $1,400, $1,442. And what I've sold this year, GBTC, which was my Bitcoin trust, I sold that as I started to see Bitcoin slide. Initially invested at $990, exited at $3,500. And this AGQ was a silver play, very temporary that I did that, minus 233. And then Enphase, most of you know that I sold Enphase. I built up a big position. It slid off a cliff. So I booked the loss at $2,700. Same thing with Unity, booked a loss at $1,000. Both of those stocks I have interest in, but they've also run up again here recently, and I think that eventually growth stocks will come back down in another down cycle, and maybe I will pick them up again. But I do still believe in those companies from a fundamental standpoint, just looking for a better price. All right, if you've watched my portfolio videos below, you know that I use Yahoo Finance to kind of display my holdings because they have some cool charting capabilities and whatnot. So when we're going through here, this is on Yahoo. The account itself is in Ally, but note that I have updated all the shares and cost basis and everything that I've done with my stocks right in here. The only difference that would not show up on Yahoo is just the cash holdings that are in the account. All right, so let's take a look at the holdings, and I am going to sort by market value here. And this is overall. This is not just for 1 year. This is, I believe I set this up when I was doing my stock market channel somewhere in the neighborhood of June or July last year. So I've held other stocks in my lifetime, but I reorganized things so that all individual stocks were in my taxable brokerage and all ETFs were in my retirement account. So that's where we stand today. All right, so first on the board is PayPal, and this has been one of the top performers, and it is up 50% since I bought into it. And you see with PayPal, you've got my average cost per share is $192.29. Current price is over here at $237. Let me try to expand that a little bit. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit bigger. Should be easier to see. PayPal today's at $287. I have an average cost of $192. Visa's at $234. My average cost is $189, which puts me up at about 23% for my Visa shares. DraftKings at $51. My average cost is $34, up about 50% on that one. Amazon, $34.18. I averaged just under $3,200 for my 3 shares of Amazon. That one's up only 7%, but it's also a new 2021 purchase. Etsy at $199. I'm averaged in just under $150. That was one that I bought relatively heavily at the front side of the year, plus 36% so far for that. Square, $241. I just invested in Square this year. I'm averaging $217. So up about 10% on that one. TJX is one that I've held for a few years now. My average price is 48.08, and that one's up 41%, I should say. Taiwan Semi, currently at 118. My average cost is $92, up 28% on that one. TJX and TSM, I should call out, are both dividend stocks. So some of their returns would not be calculated in here. Rocket, 1907. I'm at 1984. That one's been a loser so far, minus 4%. TAP, which is Molson Coors, 5408. I'm averaged in at just under 35. That's been a 56% winner. Palantir, 2475. I've averaged down in Palantir this year to get to 2239. So I'm up a couple bucks at about 10%. Magnite, this is a 2021 purchase, 34.35 today. I'm just below that in the 33s. I would likely average Magnite down even more if the growth stocks took a bounce. If it got under the 20s, I would probably add some more to lower my cost basis. I'm only up 2%. Paysafe, this was a SPAC last year. 1185. I'm in at 1402. If I added to Paysafe, this is the long-term play for me. If I added, it might be like another 25 shares if it got anywhere close to $10. Right now, I'm minus 15% on Paysafe. SDC, Smile Direct Club. This one has been a struggle for 2021, but I'm maintaining hope for it. 848, I'm at 764, just a minor gain there. And then Sabre, which is a travel technology kind of stock, 1259 today, I'm in at $11. All right, so let's do some comparisons on my portfolio here. We have, this is year-to-date chart. Green is S&P 500. My stuff is blue. QQQ is red or pink or whatever that is. And you can see that I am in third place. S&P is about 14% on this graph, 13% for QQQ. Mine's coming in at 10.36%. Take a look at the one-year chart, which is about as far as we can go before I had reset this account in terms of how I was investing in it. And lots of ebbs and flows in here. Ultimately, though, QQQ has me beat at 43%. We also, hard to distinguish between S&P 500 and my stuff. Looks like I'm probably at 39. Let me see if I can get this little highlighter to show up on the S&P. Not easy to do, but let's just call them tied. They're very, very close to each other. All right, so hanging in there against the S&P, definitely losing to QQQ, at least right now, but we have a long way to go. We just walked into July, so we've got the whole back half of the year yet to go. I, for one, am very excited. I've been trying to save up some extra cash because I think the market is a little too hot right now, and I'll be looking for buying opportunities coming out into the back half of the year. Overall, I would say that I've just gotten wrecked on small caps right now, so Smile Direct Club, even Magnite, Palantir, stuff like that. They just really haven't moved like I expected them to. I'm not really down in money for the most part, well within like flat percentage points, but I really could use those guys to get some good news in the back half of the year. They're not a huge percentage of my portfolio, but if they do go up as I anticipate or as I projected that they would, most of those companies, the projection in particular for like SDC and Sabre, like most of those companies should be in position to get to plus 50%, plus 100% over the next 12 months or so. Hopefully they make a move for me before the end of the year if I want to catch up to QQQ. All right, guys, that's my portfolio update midway through 2021. Feel free to ask any questions about it. I'll try to answer in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Please give me a like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.